Warning! Before we dive into this, no spoilers here. We are all about the cool vibes, so don't expect any plot reveals. We are talking about the nitty gritty mechanics and what really makes this new Assassin's Creed tick. So here's the deal, Assassin's Creed. It's been a wild ride, right? They promised us the moon and stars with the new one, and well, let's just say they didn't let this fanboy down. I've been a fan since 2013 when I got my hands on Assassin's Creed Revelations as a Christmas gift. That game had this whole Middle Eastern vibe going on that was just something else. The soundtrack, the map, the sounds, it was all just spot on. They fine-tuned the movements and the fighting system. It hit that sweet spot, not too easy, not too hard, and some slick moves in there. But you know what the real star of the show was? The story. You're the master assassin, part of the secret order, taking out folks with world domination dreams. It's like a history lesson with a twist, and that's what made Assassin's Creed special. It's all started back with the original, where you'd investigate, get in and get out, ideally unseen. It was all about the stealth, like a real Assassin's game should be. But then, well, let's be honest, the franchise kind of lost its way with Valhalla and Odyssey. The story ran over the rails and you turned into the one-person army mowing through armies. Sure, there were cool environmental interactions, but the moves felt more superhero than stealthy assassin. And good lord, the endless hours of repetitive side quests and question marks. Now, let's talk about the new Assassin's Creed. It's different in a good way. The map isn't a sprawling behemoth, it's just one city and a bit of land around it, but oh boy, they've packed it with details. The graphics these days make it look stunning and atmospheric. I'd stroll through the streets of Baghdad and just be left awestruck. The parkour is kind of like the old games, but they've thrown in more ways to interact with your environment. It doesn't mean you can scale every building like Spider-Man though, you've got designated paths like in the good old days. Synchronization is less about filling in icons on the map and more about getting a stunning view of the city. And there's no overload of question marks anymore, just a few treasures usually tied to a side quest. These treasures could be artifacts, armor, weapons and upgrades. Speaking of armor and weapons, you've got a viewer to choose from, which makes picking your playstyle easier. And if you don't like how they look, no worries, you can swap outfits and colors without losing your advantages. They've added historical tidbits about the city and its places, adding even more atmosphere. Now, let's get to the assassin stuff. You're back to being a sneaky detective, investigating your way to your hidden target. It's about choosing your target, figuring out how to get to them, and ideally doing it all unseen. Because trust me, you're no superhero. If you cause a scene, you're in trouble. No more mowing down armies, you're just an ordinary fighter with some fancy tools. The skill tree helps you to get better, but most upgrades tweak your existing skills. And you've got a whole toolbox in the game tied to the skill tree, like our trusty smoke bomb. And you can also upgrade these tools with materials to make them more effective. Remember the game's extraordinary assassination skill? Well, you can use it if you're feeling a bit tired of all that sneaking. I used it once during the entire game. The combat system is more about strategy, evading, dodging, striking at the right time. Get it right and you're treated with some slick animations. But seriously, don't go picking fights in the middle of the street, unless it's your last resort. Getting attention raises your wanted level, guards start hounding you and regular folks start gossiping. Worst case, you get a bounty hunter on your tail, and trust me, there are no pushovers. But fear not, you can tear down those wanted posters or toss some coins at a public speaker to clear a name. But there's also a twist to the stealth kill system. You've got an eagle vision, but guess what? You've got an actual eagle too. Use your eagle vision for close, strategic kills and indoors. When you're outside, the eagle helps you to plan out your attack, mark enemies, pinpoint your target's location and scout out handy options. But it's not all sunshine. There are Eagle 8 bow hunters, marksmen, looking to take your eagle out. So you need to deal with them before you can carry on. Plus, you can make use of your surroundings for stealthy takedowns. So, back to your assassin duties. Main quests and side quests. Main quests are about taking down a target, but the journey and the story around it are top notch, with some sweet plot twists. And the side quests, they're unique and crazy fun to tackle. There's just one thing I missed, those epic climbing missions and iconic buildings or caves like in the AC2 series. They had that epic atmospheric touch. If you're all about the main action, it will be 20 hours of gameplay. Go all in and you're looking at around 25 hours. Okay, it's not the super long hours of other titles in the series, but trust me, it's quality over quantity. Sometimes less is more. Assassin's Creed Mirage is like a blend of Assassin's Creed 1, Revelations and Origins all in the right way. I had a blast and as a fanboy it was like a dream come true. I was kinda bummed when it was over, but I'm pumped for the DLC or the next game. Ubisoft has got a good thing going here, so please folks stick through this path. Let's hope the next game is just as good or even better. And for heaven's sake don't get swayed by the mainstream. It's all about quality over quantity, not just racking in the dough.